Like very, very interesting subject. So from 2 days, I'm contemplating, meditating, and trying to understand the deep philosophy, like why it is caused, and it's very interesting. And then I figured out while contemplating on it that it's not only the lust. The lust is related to greed and anger.
Hmm.
Okay, so when the greed, anger, and lust comes, it's pure Muladhara Chakra.
Pure what?
Muladhara Chakra, the first chakra,
Yeah.
it's pure Muladhara Chakra. So when I was reading about the energy, like how the energy works in the moment energy dips in, anger, lust, or greed comes out. So, whenever you feel that there is some lacking in your life, whenever you feel that you have a conflict with the life is not according to you, life is not fulfilling to you, or whatever you have illusion in your mind that life should be like this, the moment it happen, the energy dips, the conflict happens. So write down somewhere. We will be working a lot on the my inner conflict with my created world around me. That will be the one thing, that my inner conflict with my world created around me. So how it works, that it's me, right? Like a spider, how a spider makes web. I created my own world. We all create our own world, right? According to our taste, according to our senses, according to our mind, according to our desire. Sometimes it's completely ours. Sometimes we borrow from others also. We see around and see, okay, this is good, that is good, and suddenly we accumulate things. So for breaking this pattern, also what we have to do, we have to break the spider web. It's our, it's me. I created my own spider web. And then I am in that spider web trying to come out or not able to come out at all. Because wherever I try to hold or wherever I try to make a way, more and more the thread comes around me. It ties me more and more. So we have, for example, I thought this will be a great example, the spider web example, that how it works. So the moment the energy dips in Muladhara Chakra, something will arise, right? Something will arise. It will be greed, lust, or anger. And many times you will see that when the lust arise in the body, and somehow if you are able to satisfy that feeling, at the peak moment, when you are at the peak, suddenly there is a time comes where you are like, okay, it's not interesting anymore, or you feel like that a kind of a boredom comes in, a kind of a feeling that, okay, this, I did everything but it's not enough for me, or I don't want it anymore, these kind of thoughts many
Can I
times. So did you understand the spider web?
sort of? I mean, I get that there's a world that I've created, and
Mhm.
you're saying that there's conflicts in that world.
Yeah,
There's some things about that that I feel good about, and some that I maybe don't like, but
don't
I've
lie.
created it. And so,
Yeah, you created, right? You created. The more you want to come out of that, the more you want to break that illusion around you, the web around you, what happens? The threads caught you, like they tie you more and more, right? So this kind of patterns, if we look spider web like a pattern, if we look at that way, what we understand, that as much as I want to break the pattern, more and more I'm getting entangled into it. So what happened if the spider web is there, and if the spider is trying to break the web, what will happen? the threads will stick you everywhere in your body, right? Sometime the spider may be able to break the web, but then also, was the spider able to remove the all the marks of spider web from his body?
The spider generally doesn't get the marks on him because he's walking carefully over the web, but he
Yeah,
catches
this
prey.
is for example, I'm telling, like not
Mhm.
the normal
What are
spider.
we calling web, Didi here? What are we calling web? What is web?
The spider web.
No, I know in our life, what is it representing?
It, yeah,
The life we
it
have created, or we are talking about our
the life
feelings?
we have created. The life we have created. The life we have created. We create life according to ourselves, right? Everyone agrees with that?
And when you
Everyone
say
has,
according to yourself, you mean basically my identity, my image of who I
yeah,
think I am.
yeah, your identity, your image, your senses,
Yeah.
your mind, and sometimes your intellect also, right? We create our life according to us, right? And then we get stuck into that life. We try to come out of that life more and more. The more we try to come out, somehow we get more sucked in,
Mhm.
right? Many times what happens? We try to come out of patterns, right? And more we try, more we see that from maybe from the outside, it looks like that the patterns are gone, but inside we can see the mark of patterns very deep, deeply integrated in our self, right? In our mind, in our senses. So this was the one thing that we create our own reality, our own life. Now let's come to the second thing, the different thing, totally different thing here. Now let's go on the greed, lust, anger, all these kind of patterns are in our body, right? So how do you know that how much lust with the lust you were born? You cannot blame yourself for your greed, anger, or any kind of pattern, right? Our body was born with certain amount of prarabdha, the prarabdha karma, right? We say that the prarabdha karma, when you are born with it. So if our body is 100%, okay, so in that 100%, if your body or if my body is made of 30% lust, so we are not going to keep only lust here. We are going to keep lust, greed, anger, three of them there
Mhm.
because they are interrelated. So if the body is made of the 30% lust, anger, and greed, it means it came, right? It came as a prarabdha karma. For in English, I was thinking what word I should use. And then I think biomemory will be a good word for it, right? Biomemory. So it's not that you have created, it's not that you are wanting it, it's in your biology. It's
Mhm.
there, right? It's there. It's the combination, you were born with it. So if the combination of these things are as a biomemory or prarabdha karma, we cannot do anything with it, right? Because it's in our genes. We cannot scratch our genes and take this thing out. What we can do here, we cannot add more agama karma on it. Like, okay, 30% I was born with the lust, anger, and greed. I am not going to do anything to make it 31%. That we can take care, right? I have to reduce it from 30 to 29. I am not going to do it to 30 to 31. There I'm not going. right? Any kind of action, any kind of action which promotes it more will become the agam karma, right? It will be like that you are adding more and more biomemory into yourself. This part is doable. What 30% I was born, I cannot fight with that. I'm not going to do it from 30 to 31. I'm going to try to do it from 30 to 29. Rest of the percentage can be fear, can be, different, different things we can keep there. So, but in the Mooladhara Chakra, these things are there, right? We are born with it. So suddenly we cannot say that I can jump out of it and I will not feel it. Okay, I was born. Whenever it is necessary, I will use it. But I am not going to do any activity to add it more. So for the lust, if you see watching too many pornography movies or reading about sex or looking at pictures of sex, like of different gender, if you're looking a lot, then maybe from 30, you are pushing yourself towards 31, right? So 30, okay, I will entertain the 30% because it's in my body. I have to deal with it. I'm not going to add any more percentage in it. Yeah, you're saying something?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that seems somewhat obvious. What's not as obvious is
Mm-hmm.
the choice point that comes,
Mm-hmm.
where it feels like sometimes what happens with, I don't see it so much with anger, and I don't quite follow how anger is connected to these two. I certainly believe it is, but I see it with greed and with lust, where there's a point where the mind has already started chasing something, and it just kind of goes down that path. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
there's a decision made without a decision, if you will. And so
Mm-hmm.
that's where I'm interested in maybe how to see it earlier. And it feels to me like
Mm-hmm.
trying harder to control it is maybe not the right answer, but
Yeah.
there's more things like lifestyle things for me. Like I know, for example, with fasting, when I'm
Mm-hmm.
fasting, there's very little, if any, sexual desire. It's just
Mm-hmm.
basically gone. And lately I've been chanting in the mornings and
Mm-hmm.
spending 20, 30 minutes
Mm-hmm.
saying mantras. It was, mostly for my son, but that
Mm-hmm.
changed my, um, it almost feels like it changes the amount of light in my body. And from that place where there's more consciousness, these other feelings don't come up so much. And so it's not a struggle with them.
Yeah, you're 100% right. You are chanting the mantra of Chandra, right? The moon mantra, I gave it to you.
I chant the moon mantra first, and then
Okay.
I do Shiva mantra after
Shiva
that.
mantra, right? So these two, both the mantras are very calming mantras.
Mm-hmm.
They are calming you inside.
Mm-hmm.
They are settling your body energy. Some of the mantra are so much energetic or fire filled that when you will start chanting them, you will see the like a rush of lust and greed and anger inside you. Some mantras are very calming mantras. Shiva is very calming always, and Chandra is very calming. So that's why you're feeling that. I think you're doing for your son in you're praying it for your son, but when you start it, add your name also, that calm me more down.
Mm-hmm.
Do it for yourself also.
Yeah.
And you were saying that with the fasting, you see difference.
Mhm. Yeah, big difference. It's even more obvious with fasting.
So with the fasting, when you see difference, what came to me that in the fasting mode, you are having control on your senses already,
Yeah.
right? So with the control on your senses, the sexual energy also doesn't activate. When the rishis made all the chantings and fastings and everything, there was reason behind that. That
Mhm. Yeah.
is it,
But
it
I
started.
find that
Mhm,
it doesn't actually change anything long term. Like when the
mhm,
fasting's over, the same previous
mhm.
habits are still there. So it's not transforming it, it's just placating it or pushing it down under.
Like what I have seen in myself, I can give my example. What
Mhm.
I have seen with the years of like sadhana and chanting, not that much, yeah, but I used to chant the years of sadhana. Like I don't feel any kind of anything like any kind of sexual desire anymore. And it's not today. I think it's almost 2 or 3 years now. It doesn't even matter to me. Like so, in that condition, what I can say that you, when you are in a very high level, you're enjoying the real bliss. You don't need to satisfy a body or anything,
Mhm.
because you go in ecstasy with the god, like in higher consciousness you are in the ecstasy with them. You are so busy looking at them and feeling them, and you are happy and fulfilled at the same time, because you are in such a higher consciousness. So the body conscious doesn't come to me anymore at all.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, and I find that um,
mhm,
the greed piece of it is not quite as strongly affected as
mhm,
sexual desire. So,
mhm.
like I'll find myself looking at my bank account or investment statements and wanting to see, is it going to be okay? You know, and you know, I don't know that that's necessarily. I mean, there's some habit in it,